010. Has gambling ever made your home life unhappy? This is the second of 20 questions read aloud at every Gamblers Anonymous meeting. If you're questioning whether you have a problem with gambling or alcohol, I'll leave a link below. The same principles apply to both. As I mentioned in my last episode, I answered yes to all 20 questions. Has gambling ever made my home life unhappy? Unhappy doesn't begin to cover it. I destroyed everything: family, trust, security. It was scorched earth all the way. I gambled until there was nothing left. No family, no home, no savings. Nothing remained except the possibility of prison or death. I am 72 years old. I wasted decades of my life to addiction. Please, don't be like me. I'm living proof that you can survive terrible self-destruction and still find your way back to something resembling a life. There was a time I had no roof over my head and no food in the refrigerator. Most of us take even the smallest comforts and security completely for granted. I am here to tell you, it can all disappear. Believe me, the statistics around compulsive gambling are staggering. Death by suicide among compulsive gamblers is twice that of alcoholics and narcotic users combined. I have lost dear friends to this, even while they were in recovery. Some pain is simply too overwhelming for some people to survive. We tear down everything around us just to place one more bet or have one more drink. The people who loved us most have moved on or are trying to, rebuilding their own lives from the wreckage we left behind. We treated the most important people in our lives with utter disregard and disrespect in pursuit of our own selfishness. The only family member I can still speak to is my mother, and I haven't seen her in nearly 30 years. Gam-Anon and Al-Anon are support groups for the families, significant others, and loved ones of addicts. They meet in conjunction with GA and AA meetings. These are the people learning the hard facts about addiction and figuring out how to either support the addict or get the hell out of Dodge before it's too late. By the time most addicts finally surrender, enormous damage has already been done. Some of it is irreversible. The families in these rooms are taught how to hold the addict accountable, because an addict can never be fully trusted again, not without years of demonstrated change. Sadly, most families don't see the destruction happening around them until it's too late. It might be a call from the bank, a police officer at the door, but if you're close enough to someone, you develop an instinct when something feels off. Trust your gut, every time. It is not easy to relive my experiences as an addict in such a public way. Even without this channel, I relive the pain I caused every single day. There have been times while driving that I've had to pull over, a particularly bad memory surfaces, and suddenly I can't breathe. My hands shake, sometimes I cry. Addicts are not sociopaths or psychopaths. We are not beyond redemption. Addicts have the capacity to recover, not cured, never cured. Just recovering in small ways, one day at a time. In meetings, we love when someone walks through the door for the first time. They may not even stay for the whole meeting. They may sit in the back with their arms crossed, certain they don't belong there, certain they're above all of this. It happens more than you'd think, but they'll be back. One day, they'll be back. There's an old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. No one can force an addict to change. The addict must decide that for themselves, and unfortunately, most of us have to hit our own rock bottom before we're ready to walk into that room and ask for help. No one understands the language of an addict better than another addict. If you're reading this and you see yourself in any of these words, the link is below. The door is open, you just have to walk through it.